Ginger my people, INDP. Mainly, I've actually I want to address a lot of things, and I want to also teach us a lot of things, because there are things we need to know about, and there are things we also need to take into consideration in life. You see, as a man, let me start with this. Let me start with VDM and Blord. As a man, never you fight for another man's downfall. Even if you have a personal issue with that person, and the person and you decide to take it another direction, which is to the person's business, it is a very, very bad attack. And I want you to understand that everybody IQ are not the same thing. You might have 99 IQ percent of IQ. The person close to you might have 100% IQ. You might not know it until when the play comes in. Now, VDM and Blord. VDM, I so much like your work, because I believe in sincerity, I believe in the truth, and I believe in change. Nigerians has been in a very, very bad situation for a very long time, but you came in this social space and opened a lot of people's eyes. You make us to see the reality, you make us to see the truth, you make us to, our eye was open to the reality, and we all appreciate that fact. We appreciate that fact, and we consider it also. But where you felt it is this: taking it up to his business. That is where you felt it. You see, a businessman mentality and a normal person mentality are not the same. You are an activist. You are not a businessman. Understand? You are just a man who think maybe this thing that is happening is very bad, is wrong, that you want to help Nigerians. But remember, while helping, be very careful. Be very careful. While helping, you might also be plotting your own downfall if you don't know. Now, you've succeeded in trademarking Ratel. The app was named Ratel. That was the first name, initial name. But when you, after you bring out your certificate and application letters and everything, the Ratel was changed to Ratels. That is one thing you don't understand. Now, in trademarking, it is allowed for one person to trademark a particular brand, and under a particular reason, or a particular in a particular part, and it is also allowed for another person to trademark it in another aspect. You trademark it yours, not under business. Remember. So now you fighting this, you will not win this war. That is number one. Number two, you cannot change the CEO of that app. It's not possible. Go and ask programmers how programming work, how ownership of a product work. Before you even come to Google, because before Google will accept it, there are processes, there are things you have to undergo, there are things you have to pass before you bring it to Google. That is number one. Now, where I started having issue with you, a very dark man, is when you shifted all your claim from Blord. Now you now come down to Nnamdi Kanu. That is where your failure started. You want to jam Igbo's head together. You see, I want you to know something. You might be an Hausa man or any tribe, I don't care. But the reality is this: you are the one who is bringing that division now. And when it bounces on you, don't be surprised, because you are the one that calls for it. When you call for a problem and the problem start coming, don't run from it, because this particular one will so much consume you. You bringing issue of Nnamdi Kanu to this particular, like, is it content? Are you doing content, or you are doing you were fighting somebody for the first time, and we all were expecting a video of that particular evidences of what you said before. That was what we were expecting. The person that beat someone, the person that he was duped, your sister that was duped, her own side of the story. That was what we were also expecting, and now you bring Nnamdi Kanu issue into play. Reverse psychology. Yes, I know you are a very smart and intelligent man, but you cannot play with a lot of our intellectual capacity. We are already worse than you. If you don't know, we are Igbos. Yes, that is the truth. We are the Igbos. You cannot play with our intelligence. We will only follow you and be answering you yes, 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 because maybe we know if we start playing argument or fighting with you, it will not end well. Blord, you have to be very, very careful also, because a bullet that passes and you don't know where it's coming from, it's a dangerous one. But when you know where the bullet is coming from, you have to be observant to know when at that position the bullet is also coming from. Peace.